Hey, what's up? Thomas here with ilovestraining.net. With me here is Dayle Hallam from Unit 27 here in Phuket, Thailand.
That's the one.
So welcome.
Thank you very much.
So first question, this is I Love Training. Why do you love training?
Well, no, I guess it gives me a satisfaction. Even if it's just going to the gym and lifting weights, or it's doing the sessions here. It can be difficult at times, but mental toughness that you develop, and at the end, you've just done it. You've done it. You've made yourself better in what area that would be, either hypertrophy, strength, or endurance. At the end of it, you've achieved something, and you can look back at it saying, "Look, I didn't give up. I did it. I got it done. What looked impossible on the board wasn't impossible, and I proved it to myself." And for me, it's just such a great feeling.
Yeah, cool. How did you first get into training?
Well, for me, I've always been interested in sport, whether it was football, some people know it as soccer, running. I ran at a high standard, county level.
Like distance?
Cross country, yeah. Went to national trials, etc. At a young age, and always playing football at the same time. Moved into a little bit of boxing, but nothing major, and then rugby. But I've always been interested in the gym since the age of 14, 15. You start seeing what the girls are interested in. Of course, you play rugby, and it just all done it from there, I guess. And that's how I got into it. I just love it. I don't like to be sat around doing nothing. I like to be active. It's just the way I pulled up my old man was in the army. So for me, it's always been active. It's always been out in the woods doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And what is your current training? What kind of stuff do you do?
Current training, due to being so busy, is more of just a maintenance schedule. Trying to hold on to any size that can try and hold on through the hypertrophy training. So whether that's first thing in the morning, going in, doing your general sets of 8 to 12 reps, 4 sets, 75-8% of that 1 rep max, and trying to throw in a few metcon sessions a week to try and keep that body fat down and keep that fitness up. As a coach, you've got to be able to prove it as well as preach it. And I'm a firm believer in that, which is why I get the coaches in, and they do it themselves. So it doesn't take much motivation to come in and do the classes with the clients if we need to. On a Friday, we like to compete against one another. Nothing like it. The coaches going head to head. It's a big ego trip. Everyone likes to be the best. So currently, just doing the weights and just trying to keep the top of it.
Okay. And do you? Because there's probably a lot of people watching this. They're also busy, not everybody's got time to come to Phuket and just train, right? Like a lot of people that come here, but it's just going to be interesting for those people to see how you do it. So do you split up the muscle groups into different days, or do you body workouts?
So I guess it just depends, like we all work hard to do what we do. It can range from a 6 in the morning to 11 o'clock night shift for me sometimes, which is pretty hectic. But look, an hour is 4% of your day. It's 4% 24 hours, and if you can't fit that in my eyes, then how much does it need to? So for me, I get my 5 days in a week, whether it's shoulders, chest, legs, arms, any of that. I do split into separate muscle groups. So I like to do my shoulders on Monday because everyone's doing chest on Monday, so I do my shoulders. Tuesday do my legs, Wednesday arms, Thursday back, Friday chest. And Saturday, I run a few of the classes. I like to get involved. The Friday night, I like to do the metcon session here as well. And then sometime during the week, I'll probably jump into one of the sessions as well. It's always nice when a coach is shouting at you. It makes it a lot easier for you than having it all in your head. So that's my kind of split. And Sunday, rest.
Making progress?
Making progress there, when I first came back off leave, I was doing a lot of strength work with Richmond, fantastic coach that works here for us, phenomenal coach. And it was good, but as obviously that work schedule ramps up, you've got to try and think what's the best route to go down. So at the moment, maintenance, but I am putting on muscle mass. I am obviously just did 4 weeks back in Europe, so put a bit of fat on. So I'm just trying to get that back off now, So progress is progress, and it is working. Just keep on top of it, eat right, eat clean, train. It's inevitable. Performance improvement for centuries.
That's good. So here you got this gym here, Unit 27, which a lot of classes, a lot of people come here to lose weight and whatnot. So how do you set up the training for those people?
Well, they all have their own individual goals, obviously, you know, whether it's becoming from a background which has been a CEO of a company, or it's someone here at the end of their backpacking. Everyone's got different goals and different levels of investment in mind, you know. So it can be very, very difficult for us to gauge what they want for the next few months here. For us, we'll sit down with them. You'll see the moment you walk into Team 27, it's a welcoming place. You know, we don't stare at you. We'll welcome you with open arms. You know, and we like to get everybody in, as we offer in our packages, into a body fat analysis. You know, a body composition analysis. So they come in, we'll weigh them up first thing in the morning. A little bit of water, but nothing major. They can have, don't eat whatsoever. So we keep their variables always the same. If we weigh them again, we get them in, how much fat mass they have, muscle mass, where it is in the body, etc. And we like to keep that at the start, and then we can obviously make sure throughout the stay that they're on the right track. And that's how we gauge it. From there, we'll ask them what their goals are, and from there we'll advise them on the schedule that we provide as far as group training or one-to-one training. It's up to them. You know, we're also not in the habit of just saying you need one-to-ones, you need one-to-ones. No, we like to push people to the classes. A, it's sociable, and B, some of these classes are just, well, all of them, they're all just phenomenal classes. They're just phenomenal classes. And a PT or a group class, they both have that benefit.
Yeah, and like with the groups, like how do you, I know, but people don't know, you know, like how do you set it up, what are the classes like, and why, you know?
The group classes, you know, they change throughout the whole week. You see on a Saturday, which I just taught not 2 hours ago, was our rapid fire class, but it's the competition. 2 teams go head to head. One team name had to be named after a Harry Potter character, the other one had to be named after Harry Potter. You know, it's all a bit of banter. And they've just trained so hard all week, and they've all made their friends, they come in, they train together, and it's nice, you know. So we have that nice vibe running into a Saturday. We start the week, we start 8 o'clock in the morning with Punisher. The name speaks for itself. It's the back class, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Once again, you're working in groups. And you have certain classes from the week that are individual, such as your CrossFit classes, or the drill sergeants and the morning glories. But in general, we try to promote working in groups or working in pairs, working together. You know, generating that mental toughness that you need to go home and carry on with what you're doing. You know? And as we always say, don't be afraid. Yes, we have a hard reputation, but they also have a reputation for getting people to where they want to be. You know, everything can be regressed and progressed based on your ability. Don't be worried, because if you can do a thruster, for example, you know, we'll break it down. And then we'll teach you the front squat, and we'll teach you the military press. What does that make? It's the thruster. Yep. Right? So yeah, that's how we engage with our clients, and that's how we kind of get them into it.
All right, cool. And what's your take on nutrition? Like, how do you eat yourself?
Nutrition for me, you know, I like to eat.
Some beer?
No, not beer. No, only on the Saturday if it needs to be, you know, and it's a special occasion for me. It comes through droves, you know. I like to eat. If I don't eat, like most people, they get a bit agitated. Yeah. And I'm one of the worst people I know for it. My father will tell you. Okay, I'm absolutely awful. However, for me, I'll wake up in the morning, I'll come in, I'll have my 4 egg whites, my 50 grams of oats, and a nice coffee. And then I'll train, if I can, protein shake. Next one would be some sort of mixed grill, a bit of chicken, a bit of beef, special fruit salad on the side with natural yogurt on top. Next one will be salmon, next one will be chicken again, and our final day will be once again something chicken or tuna or something like that. So I do eat quite a lot.
So, but with all of those, you eat like rice, potatoes, or any carbs with it, or?
I actually, at the moment, for me, I like to limit my carbohydrate intake throughout the day. So we'll eat my oats in the morning. Yep. I'll have a bit of sweet potato with my salmon. My natural yogurt, obviously, that'll have carbohydrates. Yep. In yogurt with the meat and chicken. But when we get to the evening and I've got that last meal or so, I try and taper away from the carbohydrates. It might not be agreed by other people, but for me it works.
So you're eating the carbs in the evening?
No, I don't.
Or you don't?
I take it out. Just for me, I feel better for it. I don't know why. Okay, and it works for me. Okay. So my nutrition split will be highly dominant in proteins, getting my good fats in. The carbohydrate stays at about 30% of that 100%. So 30% of carbohydrates. And it's what I like to do with the clients when they come into. You know, they are training a lot. With our meal plan service we do here, we calculate how much you're doing, how much calories you're burning a day. and then we have your BMR, your basal metabolic rate, to know how much you should be burning a day to sustain the weight you're at, how many calories. We then take a deficit based on your goals, or we increase it based on your goals, depending on what you want to do. And we have a mad system that we just basically have all the food types in, and we can type them all up, and we get it done in the space of like half an hour. So what meal plans normally take about 2 to 3 hours, we've cut that down through this mad Excel spreadsheet into like half an hour. Right? Okay. It's really, really, really good. And the splits on the side of the pie chart. So we can say, okay, 50% protein, 20% fat, 30% carbs. So and we mix it up, based on our goals and what we're going to do. But for me, it's that 50-30 person.
That's cool. Let's see, what's the best training cycle or the best workout, or when you look as far as results, like results. When you make the most progress in either gaining muscle, losing fat, getting stronger, getting faster, whatever,
I guess it was just, it obviously depends on the goals. When I used to run for national standard, obviously running. My goals right now, it was all about hypertrophy, being as big as you can. Not 1 year ago, when I came back from leave. I'm a little bit different now. I like to be agile. I like to be able to get through these classes and win. As you're the coach, you need to. For me, the perfect training method, let's just say stereotypical guy. He likes to have size. He likes to have that six pack, the beach body, but you want to be fit too. For me, it's throwing in the hypertrophy, throwing in the strength components, and throwing that metcon. A mix of all of it. We all know that strength components increase testosterone release in the body, natural testosterone release in the body, which obviously helps with hypertrophy. Okay, and then that metcon, it's just phenomenal. The VO2 max goes up. We're fitter, we're stronger. Mental toughness as well keeps that body fat down. So for me, that's what I was doing prior to me taking 4 weeks off in Europe. Just now, I was doing that. I was doing the heavy lifting 3 times a week. Your deads, your heavy bench, your heavy squat.
You won some powerlifting competition?
I was doing powerlifting back home. With, I went to university. A lot of the boys used to compete, and we were doing a lot of powerlifting on the side.
What were your numbers?
Huh?
What were your numbers?
My numbers? Well, my highest squat was last February. That was 190 kilos for 2.
Okay.
My deadlift, I never really broke over the 210 mark. The bench press was 130. So my 190 was when I was about 76 kilos, 70 kilos. So it's a good weight. I never really hit over ever in my life 84 kilos as far as body weight goes. And I'm near enough the heaviest I've been now, to be honest. But yeah, no, I do like heavy lifting. It's just once again trying to fit in. The general man at home. So much training, trying to fit the time in there. Your heavy lifting, you need to put an hour and 15 minutes aside if you're going to do a proper strength session. You need that proper rest in between each sets. If you're lifting 95% of your movement max, you need to have about 3 to 5 minutes rest after the session. That's just science, everyone knows that, So you can see how quickly the session will prolong. It's very hard for someone back to do that. But yeah, for me, it's that heavy lifting 3 times a week, it's that hypertrophy 5 times a week, and it's those metcons 3 times a week. And I think that's enough for a nice mix if your nutrition is on point.
Cool. Any cool stories, gym stories? Crazy workouts, crazy things that you've seen.
Crazy workouts,
whatever.
One does stick in my mind here. Well, a few does, but one sticks in my mind here. Where our previous coaches that were here, Sandor and Evan was teaching the CrossFit class, and once again, the coaches, they got a big ego. They want to prove who's the best. The clients that they're watching, once again, pushes you even further. And there was this awful workout that Evan Cyril put together, and every minute on the minute, it was just burpees. But the first minute it was 3, the next 6, the next 9, the next 12, then 9, 6, 3, 6, 9, 12, down and up, down and up, down and up. And it was like some awful workout of 5 rounds, which included box jumps and normals. And I remember literally just spitting all over myself, just thinking, what is this? In the gym, like, there was just drool coming out of me. I was box jumping, but I don't know how I didn't smash my shins. The burpee ended up me just going and crawling on the floor and just standing back up, And you've got that minute to do 12. By the time you've done 12 and you're tired, the 9's hit you. The next minute's gone, so you've got the 9. So you've got to do it fast as well, because you've got to try and get through the workout. And that solid sticks in my mind. That was horrendous. But then obviously you go back to
any video footage of that by any chance?
There wasn't, no, and I'm thankful there wasn't, because it would have
been good to add to this interview.
For everybody else it would have been fantastic, but for me, I hate to see what I looked like. And obviously those cold evenings back in England playing rugby, working the lines, and obviously fitness. We had a fantastic coach. He was a Marine at the time, and he was like, well, it was hill sprints, it was in the mud, it was hitting each other, you know, it was, you know, like anybody back home, you know, rugby training, it's never nice, especially in those cold evenings in the winter.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, let's take a tour of the gym and everybody sure. What we got here.
Well, first off, I guess we'll start just behind us, which would be the sauna and ice baths, you know. So just in here, every day, 4 o'clock, we put the sauna and ice baths on for our clients. They get it included in their package deal. So, you know, obviously we all know the benefits of vasoconstriction, vasodilation from the blood vessels, okay? Obviously everyone has their views on it, but we provide the service.
Tell the people about vasoconstriction, vasodilation.
Okay, yeah.
What the hell does that mean? You're talking science here, but most of the people
obviously,
might know it, so.
The ice bath, it's not warm, obviously, you know, it's an ice bath. So when we get in, the blood vessels within our body, obviously they constrict. They shunt the blood to where the body needs it most, you know. Whether we just had a hard leg session, we're going to need it there, we're going to flush it out, you know. So we constrict the blood vessels, that blood is then shunted, obviously, and then when we get into the sauna, which is just on the right-hand side here, okay, obviously those blood vessels dilate, okay, nice and warm.
Again, normal people speak here, man. Open up, right?
Okay. So it dilates, you know, and so it opens up. Those blood vessels open up, and then everything is just flushed around the body. Therefore, lactic acid, okay, is taken away from the muscles. Obviously, not lactic acid itself is actually the bad part of it. It's actually the hydrogen ions within that is the bad point. Okay, but it moves around the body. It helps with recovery, and the guys love it. You know, obviously it's a bit daunting getting into an ice bath, but. It helps.
How long do people sit in here, and how long does people sit
we don't recommend to stay in here obviously too long. It's an ice bath, you know. But you do hear people doing half an hour and stuff like that.
In the ice.
We've heard of it, you know, and it's also, you know,
what do you like if somebody at home they've got?
For me personally,
well, what do you recommend?
A minute and a half, minute and a half, and then it's there 5, 6, 7 minutes. You know,
and then you go back and forth.
Back and forth, and I would finish on the ice bath personally. Okay, I never finish on the sauna. I finish in the ice bath. It's nice and tight. You're going away from me, but you're not tight in a bad sense. But you know, you've got the job done. So for me, finish on the ice bath.
All right, cool. Let's move on.
Okay, obviously when you come out, where we've just been doing the filming, you can see our big CrossFit Phuket sign. Bumper plates obviously just to the right here. Boxes, okay, so as you can see, this is generic CrossFit box, okay, but not so generic when you start looking left, you can see the size of the place, yeah, so you've got 2 sleds on the right hand side. It's Saturday afternoon, our man Oud's now doing the maintenance, getting ready for next week, so we're on it straight away. Our rig's on the left hand side, where we've got obviously our wall ball target, etc. So this is where primarily, well, all of our CrossFit sessions are held. It's a big space. And Luke Richard obviously runs the class at the moment.
And people can also come here just during the day, like when there's an open time.
Yeah, so
do some lifting here, right?
Throughout the day we have open gym times where people can just come in and they can just crack on with their own stuff. Again, not Olympic lifting going on. We obviously run those classes too. And once again, Olympic lifting takes place.
Yeah. So you're allowed to drop bars here.
100%. In this area, yes. Not that side. But this side, all the floor is reinforced. So we've got it all purposely reinforced by the construction company. And they reinforced it just to make sure.
Because that's the thing. One thing, many gyms like just normal whatever fitness first, all that kind of crap, right? You got to be careful, and you can't do certain things.
We understand.
Here you can.
We understand. The coaches train, and we start putting bars above our head. And when we get tired, we don't want to put the bar down nicely either. You know, so we understand the pain people are going through. When they want to drop it from this position, go ahead. You know, okay, just don't scream at you while you're doing it.
Awesome. All right, what's next?
Okay, yeah, now so we go through, and Thomas, this is your little hub, obviously.
It's true.
Okay, so this is the physio room, obviously we offer. It's locked at the moment.
Biggest room in the whole place.
Obviously the biggest room, yeah, it's like the Harry Potter under the stairs, okay? But obviously this is where you work out, but also this is where we do our body fat analysis. So we can't unfortunately open it at the moment, it's been locked by our team. And the keys are over there. The Tanita machine here, a good bit of gear. Yeah, a good bit of gear, and we get people in, guys, and obviously, like I said earlier, with those new people, the body fat composition, we get them in, measure them, they're on here. We have a filing cabinet in there where we log all of their results. So we have people on the meal plans and muscle bar, people that are just trained at the gym. So we have 2 separate logs, and when they come in, we can make sure that we keep on top of it. And obviously, of course, we're now launching our new project, which we just saw then, Operation Transformation, okay, which is obviously a month minimum. When we get you in, we take your goals, we have your accommodation done, your training done, your nutrition done, your personal trainer done, your massages done, physio with yourself done, scooter hire, motorbike hire, everything's done for you to a premium standard where we just look after you, just turn up, we transform you. Okay. And that's it, you know, and that's obviously launching in October. To our other side, we have our little mini brother of Muscle Bar. Obviously, Muscle Bar is our restaurant that we run as well. And it's just obviously an opportunity for people to come and get their shakes, pre-workouts, post-workouts. You know, we've got a few coconuts in there now as well. Your electrolyte drinks, your water and stuff like that. So it just gives you the opportunity not to go and walk down the street after the session or during or before. They can get it all here.
Yeah. Awesome.
As you walk through, this is the first part that we built. This obviously at the start it was just this part, and then we ended up extending due to demand. So obviously we've got our big pallet track once again, the 3 Aerodynes. Okay, people know I love these Aerodynes. They're a fantastic bit of gear. So anyone else back home looking to get some Metcon exercise in, this is your answer. Okay, it's full body, it challenges anybody. However hard you push, it pushes back harder. Okay, there's no resistance levels to be set, it's just how hard you can go. Okay, so slamming a Tabata on that, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off for maybe 8 sets, you're going to feel it. Okay, so anyone back home that wants to get into a bit of cardio, wants to burn that fat, that's your answer.
Get yourself an airline.
Get yourself an airline. And as you move over, we've obviously got the free weights area. We have a main bodybuilding gym called Primal Fitness, but this is what we offer to those who just want to come in, do a bit of squatting, do some dumbbell presses, you know, just stuff on the side. If no bench, you know, get your bench day in. If you don't particularly want to go enjoy Primal, we do offer it in our package, a week and a half free, month and a half, but some people might not like that, just want to come in, do their own little stuff, put the headphones in and chill out. So we do have that off that year as well. Obviously down here to our left hand side, you've got changing rooms, showers, etc. And then down the steps, won't take it down there, I can just show you in a minute, but down the steps, you come down the steps and take it right hand side. That's where our little sprint track is with a nice incline going up, okay? So you go up here, like, I'll show you.
I just have a room going down.
Go down if you want, you're not going to see us.
Don't trust him, he's lying.
This is our little sprint track, okay? So you can see it's quite flat to start, gets an incline, it's all graffitied up, like a little subway, okay? We like to get the graffiti and we like to make the place aesthetically pleasing for those who are training here. Don't just want a big white room, you know, we like to get all the graffiti and that's what we like for.
Good stuff. Last thing, you got some Strongman stuff up there?
We do indeed. So this is a little request of mine when I set up the gym with my father 2 years ago now. I said we have to get the Strongman stuff in because A, no one has it, and B, it's fantastic training. So every 2:30 on a Monday, our component for strength and conditioning is strength. So we like to add in some Strongman stuff for those who come and want to do Strongman stuff. So obviously just inside here, we've got the farmer's log, okay, just here, where you can put the weights on either side. We have the yoke down far at the end. We'll just walk down there. As you can see just behind there as well, we've got the tyres, which we use in our 11 o'clock session as today. Raised to 100 tyre flips, which we will group of 9.
How much did it weigh?
I think this was about probably 80 kilos. That one's about 60, and this is the big baddie. We're pushing about 180 here.
Okay, so you got for all kinds of levels?
All kinds, yeah. You know, it's something you have to do.
This big guys, little girls, everything in between.
Exactly, it gives you an opportunity to flip a tyre. Everyone likes to come to Thailand and flip a tyre. So we've got the Rollers also as well, guys. Yeah, the Concept 2s. Fantastic piece of equipment. We use these a lot in our Metcon sessions again. And then the yoke. Now the yoke isn't the most used bit of equipment in the gym, but it's fantastic for me. I think it's a fantastic strength exercise. Also, in underneath, okay, hand goes over, nice, stand up and through, okay. And obviously we have the plate holders to my left and right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put the weights on and just do a length stick, you know, and just walk with it. Exactly, you know. You can do overhead walks with it. You can come up, you can press it above your head and hold it above your head if you want to. Obviously, it takes a 7 degree of strength to do that. But that's available also as well. And that's the place and stuff, you know. We've got the instructor's office there. So any queries or doubtful points people have, they can just come in. You knock on the door, and we're always there to give you a helping hand or whatever advice you need. If it was just where to rent a school from, you know, we're always there to help you guys out.
Awesome. Any final advice for people watching, apart from get your ass to Phuket? But somebody's at home, they get a job, 9 to 5, 6 to 10, whatever. You know, they're busy. What should they do?
Get up, get out, you know. When you start getting into the routine of training, you feel so much better about yourself. The social group that you surround yourself with so much better, you know. The endorphins you can release from training. It's not just looking in the mirror and saying, oh yeah, look, I've got a 4-pack now. 6 weeks later, oh, I've got a 6-pack now, you know. It's not just that. It's all about living that lifestyle, you know, just healthy, happy, you know. And one last thing, you know, nothing good ever comes easy. So everybody that works for it, it's not easy.
Yeah, all right, good. So where can people find out more about you, about the gym?
So for more about Unit 27, obviously we have a website, www.unit-27.com. That has all our micro websites that relate to Muscle Bar, Primal, TFF, which is our new MMA factory opening up. And all our bios on personal training, classes, videos, etc. And our biggest one obviously will be social media, where Facebook's huge for us. We're always on it. We post about 5 times a day, letting you guys know what's going on, photos, etc. as well. And that's also Unit 27, Body Transformation Specialist, Phuket, Thailand.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you ever get a chance to come to Phuket, then come look this guy up.
We'll look after you.
Unit 27. I love training.net. See you guys later.
Cheers, guys.